everyone, and welcome back to SliverStar Arcade and more. The Great Ace Attorney. Oh, I guess I started this episode a bit early. Yes, get us through all this. Yes, here we are. So, in the last episode, God, it's been so long since the last episode. And so much has happened in my life. That's right. We decide we're going to represent the Japanese man. I forget his name. We found out that the reason he got arrested was because of Herlock Sholmes. So we went to go find him, and we found his assistant Watson, which actually ended up being a 10-year-old girl. This is their apartment. It looks very nice. And we are now going back to the scene of the crime, I believe. Yes. 19th February, 2:38 p.m., Briar Road. It looks as though the police are still here, carrying on with their investigation. Perfect, so let's find Inspector Gregson as quickly as possible. Oh, Susoda-san. It's been so long. Oh, wow, I forgot just how much better your guys' color looks than... Oh, wait, no, never mind. That's just the automatic sunset feature of my computer brightness happen. Anyways. Yes, and let's see if he'll take a break from his chips to look at the silver tip Iris gave us for him. Gregson. Alright, real quick, we're going to check the court record. A card for Inspector Gregson with a message on the back. Let's examine this while we can, because I feel as though we're going to lose it. Okay, music's a bit loud for me, so let me just... Okay. This is a 5-shilling piece, isn't it? I believe it's called a crown. Yes, and you can train a Scotland Yard detective to do whatever you want with just a single one. Iris must be the most powerful 10-year-old in the world. How much is 5 shillings, by the way? What's it really worth? Well, it's probably enough to buy all the chips the inspector could possibly eat in a whole month. That's greasy. 221B Baker Street, London. Tell the gentleman in black wherever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem. Iris's little handwriting is adorable, isn't it? Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem. Yes, the handwriting might be adorable, but the message is ominous. There's no room for sentiment there. I'm sure it's simply the way you're interpreting it, Mr. Naruto. Anyway, I do hope the inspector will tell us what we need to know when he reads it. You don't think he'll just make him munch piping hot chips until steam comes out of his ears, do you? Well, that wouldn't be an entirely terrible outcome. Also, why is this music so good? This music has no right to be this good. Gregson! Oh wait, actually, can't we check people? We can't. Why is Gregson... Soseki Natsume. Soseki Natsume. Okay. A scholar sent to Bryn. I'm just reminding myself. Iris Wilson, 10 years old, an extraordinary young girl. Lives with Mr. Sholmes. She has a degree in medicine and is the author of a popular series of short stories. I still believe she's related to the Wilson that died in, the first case. Does this remind anyone else of Damon Gant? This portrait? Alright, I'm sorry. I'm getting way too distracted. Converse. Oh, wait, no. Present. Wait, no. Present. Inspector Gregson, do you have a moment? I'm sorry to say I don't. I'm a very busy man. Much too busy to talk to a pair of foreign gadabouts, that's for sure. We have these for you. A present from Miss Iris Wilson. What? For me? From her ladyship? Her ladyship? Give that here. At once. Come on, hand it over. That's for me. Don't wait for me to give it to you, will you? What was that coin exactly? It's a silver crown, obviously. But it's a lot more than that. It's, well, it's an appearance fee. That's what it is. Huh. I don't know what that means. An appearance fee? Oh, I see. You mean... That's right. For the adventures of Herlock Sholmes. Her ladyship, always offers me a little financial reward for featuring me. Every time. Yes, of course. I know all about your exploits, Inspector. I read them avidly. Of course. Or using my name, well, my say-so does make me the butt of a lot of unpleasant jokes, but still. I'm sorry, Inspector. That must be difficult for you. Never you mind that. So, what do you want to know then? Hey? I know I should be giving him a British voice, but after what happened with that one girl, and he looks like a 1920s news reporter, so we're giving him the 1920s news reporter voice. Sorry? Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem, it says. Well, obviously it's not a problem. Go on, fire away. What do you want to know? Well, if you wouldn't mind, Inspector, we'd very much like to know the address of Mr. Natsume's lodgings. Ah, the little knife-wielding, mustached Japanese fellow. He lives in a right old hovel. It's just over there. Look! On the first floor of that house on the corner where that wreck of a bicycle's popped up. Am I being too loud? I think I'm being too loud. That is nearby, indeed. If I remember rightly, the landlord is a Mr. John Garridib? Garribbed? I'm sorry, I don't know. Right. Well, if you see her again, you make sure you give her ladyship my regards, you hear? I mean it. You tell her that Gregson sends his very best wishes. Don't worry, Inspector, we will. Goodbye for now, then. And long live her ladyship. Well, at least he told us what we wanted to know before he left. Yes, so then, shall we go and see what we can find in Mr. Natsume's lodgings? Definitely. So wait, is that music we heard before just Gregson's theme? Because I'm completely okay with that. Also, as much as I miss Mr... What was it? Was it Hosonaga? Was it Inspector Hosonaga? I think it was. Yeah, so as much as I miss him, because I think he's awesome, if we don't see him again, but in turn get to keep Gregson, I think I'm okay with that trade. Alright, so a new location has been added. The police are investigating. I always feel on edge here. Visiting Cold Dark Jail brings home the reality of crime and punishment. The workplace of the world's greatest detective. Oh, it's a dream come true. The home and the office of the world famous great detective and young companion, Iris. It seems people from all over the globe come to engage in the lodging of Mr. Soseki Natsume. According to information gleaned from Inspector Gregson, we still haven't been hitting here. I wonder what awaits us. Alright. Let's go. Alright, as much as I love this game, I can't wait for it to be over because this game and, oh, what's the other game? It's been so long since I played it. Yeah, but they both take a while, and we're almost up for the year. So once I can get to the other games, which are all like only 6 hours long, I think I'll be able to just hammer through Let's Plays. Anyways, 19th February, Mr. Matsume's lodgings. Let's Let's see here. A medal, a mortar shell, a scabbard, a maid's uniform over top of a cannon. Oh. Oh, fudge, what kind of voice do I give her? May I help you? Yes, would this be the residence of Mr. John Garrideb? Indeed it would, sir. And who, may I say, is calling? My name is Ryanosuke Naruto. Mr. Naruto is representing Mr. Soseki Natsume. I believe he takes lodging here. We would very much like to ask him some questions about our client. Oh, calm down, lady. One moment, please. I shall convey the message to Mr. Garrideb. Do you see that, Mrs. Sosoda? That was a real-life English maid. I know. As I understand it, anyone of standing in English society employs a number of household staff. But that was the first time I've ever seen one in the flesh. Oh, this day keeps getting better. It certainly feels like we've really arrived now, doesn't it? We need only to meet a butler, and the experience will be complete. Well, I'm not sure if I'd go that far, but I understand the sentiment. Thank you for waiting. Mr. Garrideb will see you now. This way. Huh. Wait. We are going to begin by examining... Really, I can't examine... Look at that enormous screen! It must have been put there deliberately, surely. Yes, it certainly seems like someone's trying to hide something from view. What could be behind it, I wonder? I'm going to have a very quick look, just a little peek. Ahem, ahem. Maybe let's not, Mrs. Soda. I think the maid is going to head us off with a cup of tea. Ahem, ahem. God, I think that voice works. Portrait. Because that portrait of Mr. Garrideb is glaring at me, I swear. Have you noticed that all of the little frames contain photographic prints of Mr. Garrideb as well? Yes, and there seems to be a statue of a lion on the mantelpiece as well. Oh, fudge, I didn't mean to talk to you yet. Yes. Seemed to come back from the local pawnbroker with that little trinket. Seemed to come back? What do you mean? The chap who runs the place is a bally wizard. Went in to sell him something and came out with that thing. In point of fact, now I think about it, I rather often find myself leaving the place with something I don't need. Lion ornament certainly does seem surplus to requirements. Susoda-san doesn't pull her punches, or her throws for that matter. Yeah, I don't know if that voice is gonna work. Let's take a look at this medal. That looks like a Medal of Honor, and it's showcased on a very grand banner. Yes, it's displayed with some pride, I would say, although it bothers me that it's not straight. What, that old thing? I just don't feel right with the voice I'm giving him. What, that old thing? Sorry? I should be glad to see the back of it, but the general would turn in his grave if I disposed of it. The wall's the best place for it, keeps the bally thing out of my way. So it's just been polished to shine by accident, I suppose. There appears to be an inscription on the medal itself, look. Let me see, it says, for distinguished participation. Sounds like the kind of honors even I could be in line for. Well, one doesn't like to blow one's own trumpet, but I was given that for my time in the army. Can't measure an officer by the number of medals to his name, of course. Common knowledge in military circles. Military jacket. That uniform looks fairly ancient, doesn't it? It's clearly been well looked after, though.
That old thing, pah. Not much better than rags, really.
Oh?
Wore that ceremonial garb at my retirement bash, you know. But I'm not one for dwelling on the past to me. Would have gladly thrown it out, but you know how it is. Anyway, it doesn't hurt to have the odd piece of memorabilia lying around, does it?
Oh, I see. Oh, that was so... Perhaps we should leave the past in the past. Okay, but what about the scabbard? Okay, fine. Fine. Are these books separate from the canon? That's a fully sized cannon! What's it doing in here? Oh my, it's real! I thought it might be a replica.
That old thing, bah. That's little more than a toy.
Sorry?
The army was selling it off when I retired, so I decided to give it a new home. Never know when the enemy might attack next. Jolly useful to have a cannon around about the house.
Really? Isn't it overkill?
Be prepared, I always say. You never know what this twisted world is going to throw at you next, boy.
Do you think there may be trouble brewing, Sir Garrett?
Always is. Take Jean here. Never fails to have a clean apron in reserve. Dries them over a barrel, you see. They dry very well on the cannon there, Jean tells me.
Or Joanne?
Which rather proves my point, I feel.
It's been reduced to a drying rack. No wonder the huge cannon looks like it's hanging its head in shame. Alright, so these books are separate. I notice you have a pile of books here, Mr. Garrett. Do you enjoy reading?
Ever experienced a London winter, boy? The nights are long. No better way to pass the time than in front of the fire with a jolly good book.
Oh, there's a copy of Rant's magazine here, I see. No doubt Mr. Garrett enjoys the adventures of Sherlock Holmes, too. The great detective has a great many followers, it would seem. Alright, and finally, let's just look at these two.
Good day to you, John Garrett, at your service.
Pleased to meet you, sir. This is Ryosuke Naruto. He's a defense lawyer.
Do excuse me not getting up. Took a shot to the knee a few years back in the Battle of Maiwand, don't you know?
Okay, wait, no, 1 second. Give me a sec.
So let's see, Malahi Maiwand, or...
I'm still having trouble pronouncing it, but it was a battle in Afghanistan between, Second Anglo-Afghan War, fought on 27th July, 1880. So, yeah. Do you want to be a really cool detail? Because in the original Sherlock Holmes books, Dr. Watson fought in Afghanistan, I believe. So how cool would it be if the Wilson that died in the first chapter also fought in the Afghan war, and thus knows this guy, and then maybe his daughter, Iris Wilson, will have some dialogue with him. Because maybe they were like battle buddies or something. I don't know. It's possible. Anyways.
Earned a medal for my pains, but had to withdraw from the service. Handed over the reins to the up-and-comings.
So he's a retired soldier.
It's a hell of a job getting up and down stairs now, I can tell you. Don't get out much, as you can imagine.
Yes, it's quite a climb up here to the second floor, isn't it? I was panting at the top of the stairs. You really must take more exercise, Mr. Naruto.
Ugh, do you think so?
Well, Mr. Garrett, no doubt you were very courageous to earn yourself a medal.
Oh, it was nothing. The medal's just a folderol? Really? wouldn't like to offend the general, though, so I grudgingly displayed it on the wall. Why don't you fetch it down, Joanne? Let these good people see it properly. Joanne, fetch that. Ah!
Dash it all, woman, be careful!
Oh, dearie me, I do beg your pardon, sir.
You jolly nearly took the skin off my hands.
I shall be more careful, sir. So anyway, there you have it. Living the quiet life now.
Yes, I see.
Now then, I hear you want to know about the chap lodging downstairs. Is that right?
Yes, we would be very grateful if you could answer some questions for us.
Only too pleased, naturally, especially if it upkeeps the peace here in Blighty. We forged an alliance with the Empire of Japan recently, as I'm sure you're aware, so this case is very much in the public eye, as it were.
Oh, is it?
Even had some famous detective poking around, you know, in this old house. Would you believe?
Yes, Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
Could have been. Didn't catch the chap's name. Not really my cup of tea, all that detective business.
Oh, but you have a copy of Rant's magazine here, so...
No.
Anyway, the chap's investigating the foreigner's room as we speak.
So he's in Soseki-san's room. It's a bally nuisance is what it is. The whole neighborhood's twitching its curtains now. I don't like all this fuss. It's jolly unsettling.
About Mr. Oh, it just takes us straight into dialogue. About Mr. Natsume. About Mr. Natsume then, Mr. Garrett. Please do tell us.
Yes, the Japanese chap. Only been lodging here for a week.
Oh, just 1 week? So he moved in very recently then?
I have 2 lodgers most of the time, one on the ground floor, and one just below us. The first floor room became available a week ago. You see, there'd been—
Ah! Dash it all, Joanne. Do be careful.
Oh my goodness, I'm terribly sorry, sir. If you want to know my opinion, I thought he was a shady sort from the moment I set eyes on him.
Wow. Is it weird that I'm mesmerized by the detail they put into the jiggle physics of her cheeks? Wait. That sounds awful. Her. Is face cheeks a word? Is face? No, because you just called them cheeks. Anyways. Oh, why?
He seemed to have a most nervous disposition, always shaking and looking over his shoulder. The man's had shady written across his sweat-soaked brow, if you ask me. I said to myself, Joanne, this man is trouble. Sooner or later, he's going to do something untoward. And I'm rarely wrong about anything.
You won't be calling this maid as a witness, that's for sure. Was there anything else that struck you as suspicious about the man at all?
Yes, oh yes, indeed there was.
And she's dying to tell us. The shady lodger. Did you notice anything else about your lodger? What? Oh, about your lodger, Mr. Natsume. I thought that was a typo and they were saying cheese. No, Mr. Natsume is the guy we're defending. Okay. Did you notice anything else at all about your lodger, Mr. Natsume?
Oh my word, yes, the man was shadier than an orchard.
Could you elaborate?
Well, take the man's room. Absolutely stuffed full of books it is. more than anyone could ever read. And he never so much as passes the time of day with another living soul. I haven't seen a single visitor call. He just trots off to that old bookshop every single day and comes back at 5 to light the gas fire. And the funny little man is up long past the time everyone else in the house has gone to bed too.
Oh, I see.
The gentleman on the ground floor goes to bed at around 9 each night. But I've never known that Japanese fellow to retire any earlier than 2 in the morning.
Ah. Could you clarify something, I wonder?
What, pray?
How do you know so much about Mr. Natsume's routine?
Oh!
I'd understood that neither of the lodgers live on this floor of the house. Is that correct?
That's right. That's right, yes. They're both below us, on the first floor and street level.
Then, how is it you know so much about the lives of your lodgers? The precise times that they come back in the evening, for example. Even the times they go to bed.
Ah! Good grief, Joanne! Be more careful, woman! Oh my goodness, sir! I'm terribly sorry, sir!
Something doesn't add up here.
One second.
I may have to start keeping tea handy as opposed to water. The only problem is I don't like tea. I know there's like a million different kinds of tea, but still. The incident 2 days ago. It seems that the incident took place at around 5 in the evening. Did you happen to look out the window? Did you happen to look out of the window at around that time?
The window.
Wait, no, that's incorrect voice. Whoa! What's with all the smashed stuff over here? Broken teapot, like broken jars? Yes, we noticed that the window over there looks out over Briar Road. The incident took place on the pavement just on the far side of the street. Was there anyone suspicious loitering nearby?
5 o'clock is dinner time in the Garadeb household. So I'm afraid I don't remember seeing anything. How about you, Joanne? No, sir. It would have been dusk outside already at that hour. And with the fog as well, I should think it would have been quite impossible to see the other side of the road.
Oh yeah, that's right. Brand's an island, so depending on the time of year, it would probably be foggy all the time. Yeah, we don't get a lot of fog where I am, because like I mean, we there's 2 lakes nearby, so like if the conditions are perfect, we might get fog, but yeah, Brain probably gets fog all the time.
I should think it would have been quite impossible to see the other side of the road.
Oh, I see. Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary then?
Such as...
I can't get this guy's voice down. Anything at all, even if it seems unrelated.
Well...
Yes? Was there something then?
Well, it's nothing particularly significant, but around that sort of time in the year...
For the love of God, Joanne, watch what you're doing!
Oh, dearie me, what have I done? I'm awfully sorry, sir.
Do be more careful, woman.
Of course, sir. If I may, Mr. Narrow Hollow.
Oh, yes?
I have an exceedingly good memory, and as far as I remember, nothing of any significance took place here at that hour. Nothing at all.
Oh, really? Mr. Garrett? The way you were talking before, it sounded rather like there might have been.
Oh, well, as I was saying, it was just a trifling matter, really. Nothing of... Ah! Joanne, dash it all, what's the matter with you, woman? Begging your pardon, sir. Nothing happened. Yes, quite. Nothing happened. We sat down to a quiet, uneventful meal. Joanne? That's right, Mr. Garrett.
Oh, so this is more like an old folks' home where she's in charge and bullies the shit out of him. Darn, I almost made it through a whole episode without swearing. Ah, well. What's the matter with these two? It sounds like something happened here in this room on the evening of the incident, but what? I wish I knew. Okay, real quick. Let's explore this stuff. And then let's present our badge, because I feel like we're going to get locked out of some dialogue with them. Actually, can we present our badge? Oh! We can't present. Interesting. Look at this crockery on display here. It's rather unusual, isn't it? Oh my, a genuine London dresser. Isn't it delightful? Although the shelves do seem to be broken and the crockery is, oh dear, it's in pieces. It really is. The word cracked wouldn't do that chinaware justice. I wonder. Perhaps a cannon was fired at it. Yes, probably something like that. But let's not delve too deeply here. No, the cannon would... There'd be a hole straight through. Or... Yeah, no, because cannons were built to take down castle walls. Brick and mortar probably wouldn't stand up to it that well. Oh. Oh, I just realized that's a candle on the floor. The rug is burned. So a fire happened at some point. Huh. Yeah, look at that. Oh, there's a candle missing from this candelabra. This old candle holder looks a little out of place here, wouldn't you say? Yes, you're right. It's clearly supposed to be gold, but it's almost completely black for some reason. What? No, it isn't.
That old thing. Yes, it's just a cheap piece of ironmongery. Gimcrack, really.
Oh.
Used it when I was studying, don't you know, for my commission. I know it's old, hardly worth hanging on to, really, but, well, still has its uses sometimes.
Of course. Does everything in this room have some elaborate story behind it? They're memories, Mr. Narvado. Memories. Yeah, you should know. You hold on to a dead man's armband. Oh, look! What a wonderful collection of cakes lined up on that gleaming silver cake stand. Lined up? It looks more like someone has half demolished them to me.
Afternoon tea is a time of indulgence, you know. It is quite the English way. It is Mr. Garrett's custom to take 2 cakes with his tea.
That sounds delightful. Oh, wait a minute, though. There are at least 10 cakes on this cake stand.
Well, naturally, and it would never do to waste the leftovers. So whatever Mr. Garrett doesn't eat, I say to myself, Joanne, you shall have to tidy up.
How magnanimous of you. Explains the cheeks. That also sounds bad. God. You know, I wonder if it would sound... I wonder if addressing it makes it worse, or if it would be 10 times worse if I just moved on. Oh, actually, wait, that's right. In order to talk to them, we have to examine them. Mr. Natsume's room. Oh, shoot, could I have presented there? I wasn't looking. Darn. Can you tell us which floor Mr. Natsume's room is on?
Why, certainly. Just below us on the first floor.
His voice changes every time. Mr. Sholmes is investigating there even as we speak?
Yes, told me that's his name. Had asked him to look into the matter, so I gave him the key.
Mr. Natsume has engaged Mr. Sholmes' services. That's a blatant lie. Would it be alright if we also have a look around? Mr. Natsume's room, I mean.
Don't see why not. It's just down one flight of stairs.
Who knows if we'll find anything that could help us with the case, but we have to try. We need all the clues we can lay our hands on, shall we? Yes, and while we're there, we can speak with Mr. Sholmes again. Perhaps he'll be able to tell us more. Court record. So there is no presenting to these people. How unfortunate. Oh, wait. Forgot to look out the window. This window looks out over the Briar Road, where the young woman was attacked. Oh, yes. I can make out the policemen on the far side of the road investigating the crime scene. The glass is rather murky, isn't it? You can't see very clearly. Does this thing open at all, I wonder?
I shouldn't underestimate the bitterness of a London winter, sir.
Sorry?
As soon as you open that window, the tea will freeze in the pot. No Londoner would go opening windows at dusk in the middle of winter, I assure you.
It seems very unlikely that these two would have seen anything of the incident then. I do find it weird that he didn't mention how this candelabra is missing a candle, or the fact that we can't, you know, look at said candle that is right there on the floor, or the burned pattern. Oh, wait. One more thing. Are those mortar shells? They're enormous! Ah, I hadn't noticed. What are they doing here?
Ah, those old things. Couple of little rounds I accidentally fired into the barracks during training, you know. Became a bit of a colorful regiment folklore, that incident.
You mean you deliberately hunted out the spent shells?
Well, I wouldn't say deliberately, exactly. They're only scrap iron after all, usually just thrown away, I believe. But you never know when things might come in useful, do you?
Useful for what exactly?
Yes, well... Joanne here did manage to knock one of the bally things on my foot the other day while she was dusting.
Oh no!
Hadn't shed a tear since 1869 before then, you know.
That's a quote. Maybe you reconsider throwing them away. So, this is definitely a man who loves his possessions and has trouble getting rid of them. And this can be seen even in his pipe, which has clearly been broken before because of all the tape around it. And despite clearly having the money to get a new one, I mean, he bought a cannon and has a maid, he still prefers to keep that. Okay, Ooh, this episode ran a bit long, and I know you guys like the shorter episodes. Well, you haven't told me that directly, but seeing as how all my episodes that are an hour long have 0 views, and the ones that are like 30 minutes long get about 13 views, I'm going to assume you guys enjoy the shorter ones. And it actually makes it easier on me. So, we're going to end it here, and in the next episode, we are going to explore Natsumi's room, Mr. Natsumi's room, and then we will also deal with Sholmes. Oh boy, we have to deal with Sholmes again. So, thank you so much for watching, and as always, stay safe, have fun, and have a great day.